With spots in the top 8 still up for grabs, the round 23 clash between St George Illawarra and Canterbury Bankstown is probably one of the highest stakes games of the 2024 season. We look back on the moments that matter in the rivalry between the Bulldogs and the Dragons. Whilst the biggest scoreline deficit came in 1935 during the Bulldogs' inaugural season, losing to St George 91-6, and Canterbury taking out the 1942 grand final, the first between the two clubs, the rivalry really began when St George's historic 11 premiership streak between 1955 and 1966 came to a crushing end when they lost to Canterbury in the 1967 preliminary final.
You're seeing rugby league football history. The great St George run has come to an end. 11 consecutive premierships, and the 12th one just won't be there because they're down by 1 point, and unless a miracle occurs out of this scrum, they can't win this game. The miracle won't occur. Ross Kidd has it. He's put down on the ground. The referee has said it's all over, and Canterbury Bankstown has done the impossible and knocked the famous St George side out of the rugby league premiership in 1967.
Fast forward 12 years to 1979. St George Dragons took out their first grand final victory against Canterbury Bankstown 17-13. A battle between the two legendary halfbacks in St George's Steve Slippery Morris and Canterbury's Steve Mortimer.
Just carving enough. Ready right underneath the black dot. That was great football by St George. Steve Mortimer, Gary Hughes, the timer of the pass. Look at the way he can run through an opening, even though he's not the quickest player in the world. Here's a sprint for the ball. Cutler may have got there. I think it is a try. Of the half by this Canterbury Bankstown side, but let's not take anything at all away from St George, who played quite the right sort of football in the first half. Their try scorers were Johnson, Brennan, Rod Reddy, and 4 goals from 4 attempts to George Grant.
Whilst not as lengthy as the 11-year premiership streak, Canterbury would go on to defeat St George in 1985 to string together 2 grand final wins in a row. Beaten only 4 times throughout the season, St George went into the battle with high hopes, but the Bulldogs had different plans.
The focus was on myself kicking the ball up high, landing in the in-goal area, and our forwards hitting the fullback.
They choked us to death, I suppose. Back then, you caught the ball on the full in the in-goal, you'd have a goal line drop out. So after that game, the real change. Catch the ball on the full, you gave a 20-metre tap.
Very tight game, but a very well-planned game by Warren Ryan, and we were very happy to beat the Dragons.
We can't leave out the history between the Steelers and the Bulldogs. During the years when the Illawarra Steelers were in first grade, Canterbury won 22 out of their 27 games. The Bulldogs defeated the Steelers by 1 point in Illawarra's final game in 1998 before their joint venture with St George.
There's the 1-pointer! It's there! The Bulldogs are into the top 10 playoffs in 1998. It has been an epic battle.
Coincidentally, the Bulldogs also defeated St George in their final game as a standalone club in the 1998 elimination final.
Back by Stephen Clark, that was shades of last night. Mundine hoping for the quick play, the ball Brown, they're in trouble here, the Doggies. Rodwell, Blacklock more than trouble. Blacklock the swan dive to finish. Well, this is party time here for St George, 2 tries. Offloading for Grimaldi, then up with Martini. 15 metres out, Martini steps the fullback. Shane Martini has scored the match-winning try. A dream come true for the young Queenslander. Long ball, Tracy Custer knocks that down. Colomata with it for Canterbury. And it's all over here at Cogra. It is all over. St George eliminated from the NRL in '98. Canterbury live to see another week.
Many players have appeared for both teams over the years, most notably the Morris twins. Who could forget this classic moment in 2010 before Brett would later join his brother Josh at the Bulldogs?
That's where it all started.
Bryson!
He didn't like having the Mickey taken out of him by Darius Boyd, and then the 2 brothers say, have a look at this, have a look at this. Just for a moment I thought they were fair dinkum, and then out they came, smiling like a split watermelon.
Listen, mate,
And who could forget this classic Darius Boyd moment?
Intercepted though by Boyd. Boyd's turned him inside out. He's over the 40. Put away everything because he's going down to touchdown at the Randwick end. 90 metres for Darius Boyd. I don't know where he's going, but he's going to score.
Well, they all had their hands up again.
In what could be a preview of this weekend's clash, the last time the Dragons and the Bulldogs faced each other in the finals was in the 2015 qualifier.
Reynolds with energy, then inside, what a ball for Morris, and Morris stretches out to score. Rain there for Widdop, out the back, batted on, Matania, Nabali, big, strong! He may have got it down, I think he has! Right across field, legs up with Laffey, Laffey's offloaded, Sean Lane has scored! The Bulldogs have come from the clouds! Here comes Nottingham, well they've gone deep again, Nottingham, oh he's knocked it back and the try scorer has got it! Sean Lane is, oh no offside! They've set off Canterbury! Taken by Lane, they've brought the penalty, you can't overturn it now! He landed one from the sideline for 6-all! Winner off the right boot, he's got it again!
In a low-scoring game that would come down to a golden point decider, this finals definitely hasn't left the minds of either sets of fans.
The hero has now gone to the Uno warehouse. Clever has been colossal in this second half. Now 3.5 into extra time. Back it comes, it's Reynolds again, and this time Reynolds has kicked them into way 2 of the finals. Josh Reynolds has got the 1 point. The Dragons season is done and dusted. What a win. What drama, what tension. But bottom line, Canterbury will play the Roosters next week.
Catch the must-watch game between this classic rivalry this Saturday night, live and ad-free during play on Fox League and KO.